Hey, are you Brian's wife? Because I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be taking care of him from now on. But you know that he's always such a wishy-washy guy, so I really hope that you don't blame him. Don't worry though, I'll make sure to make him very, very happy.
Sorry, who am I speaking to right now? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, right, I should have introduced myself first. I'm Brian's ex-girlfriend, Miranda. I'm also the person who he's dating the longest out of all the other girls he's known. I'm sure you've heard about me already.
Your name is Miranda. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I can't remember Brian ever mentioning knowing a girl like you.
Wait, what? You mean that Brian hasn't even mentioned me once? Well, that's still no problem. Maybe he just didn't want you hearing about how close we were as a couple because he didn't want to make you jealous as his current girl. He was probably just hiding me from you because he knew that you didn't even compare.
Okay, you seriously need to slow down and stop all of this nonsense. So, your name is Miranda and you're one of Brian's exes, right? Just why are you even reaching out to talk to me in the first place?
Why? Well, there's not any particular reason, I guess. I just wanted to know about what kind of girl Brian got with after him and I broke up. He can really have a really interesting taste in women from time to time, so it's my job to make sure that he's making good choices.
And you think that that's appropriate for you to do as his ex? I think most people don't do that to people they used to date.
I don't remember you telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing, thank you. We might have been broken up, but we're still good friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm doing is being worried like any good friend would, and I can see that he's picked a very surprising girl to get married to. I thought he would have married someone beautiful, and I have to say that I'm just shocked.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
Well, I only mentioned because I think I left quite an impact on his taste from when we were dating. I just thought that he would have married someone strong-willed and clever. Someone special, you know. But I guess he just ended up with some totally basic chick. Funny how life works like that, right?
Well, I guess that I'm sorry for not being the girl that you expected me to be, but you did just admit that Brian did marry me. So I might not know just how close you two were before, but all of that is in the past, and I hope that you realize all of that.
Oh, wow, maybe you're a bit more impressive than I thought. It's almost cute. But I can tell just from this conversation that you're the type of woman who is always trying to solve your husband's problems for him, right? I really, really hate those kinds of girls. You need to be more kind to Brian, but let him spread out his wings on his own, you know?
I don't need you telling me how I should be treating my husband, thank you very much.
Well, fine. Then congrats on getting married or whatever. Save my number just in case you need a hand with anything in the future. For instance, if you two get into a fight, you can just come to me and I'll make Brian feel better afterwards. After all, I know him better than anyone. And that means that I know how to calm him down better than anyone, including you.
Hey Brian, are you there? I was just curious if you know a woman named Miranda. I think that maybe you two used to date each other.
Miranda? No, I'm sorry, Im, but I don't think I've ever dated a Miranda. Though now that I'm thinking about it, I do have an old friend named Miranda. But we never dated or anything. But what made you want to ask me this all of a sudden?
Well, I think this Miranda girl that you know actually just reached out and messaged me. And she introduced herself as your ex-girlfriend.
Wait, really? That Miranda sent you a message?
Yeah, she said that she was your ex-girlfriend and she was worried about the kind of woman you were married to. And then she went on to say a bunch of other rude things as well. She seemed to really be concerned about how her ex was doing, and she kept talking about you as if she knew you really well. I don't know, I think she was trying to flex on me as your ex or something like that.
Wait just a second. So then, Miranda was really telling you that we used to date?
That's what I said, yes. But now you're telling me that you two never dated, so I don't know what to believe. I don't like whatever is going on, and I just want the truth, so be straight with me, Brian.
Emily, I'll promise you that I'm just as confused as you are. Besides, I was telling the truth when I said that we never ever dated.
You mean it? You two were never a thing at all?
Oh, we were classmates together from middle school on, and even were in the same after-school clubs too. So we did hang out a lot and spend a lot of time together. Though she was always acting more like a fussy mother than she was a friend, you know. She was always trying to do things for me and take care of me.
So then, it sounds like you two were actually quite close then.
Oh, we were. And I will say that other classmates would tease us and say that we looked like a couple, but I swear to you that we did not date. I'm not even sure that she looked at me as a potential person to date. I always felt like she saw me as more her kid or something like that.
And you don't know any of other Mirandas from your past that might be lurking around?
As far as I know, that's the only Miranda that I've known. But we both ended up going to different colleges and didn't really keep in touch after that. And ever since then, I don't think I've ever met another Miranda. But I guess she was trying to use our old friendship to try and get something out of you.
But why would she come to me with this when I don't even know who she is? I mean, I've never even seen a picture of this woman. I'll be honest, I was kinda scared.
I'm sorry, Emily. I wasn't trying to make light of this. It's just a bad joke.
Well, I hope you don't mind me asking, but I have to know for myself. You promise me that you and Miranda aren't talking at all right now? And you haven't seen her since finishing high school.
I swear to you, since we both left for college, I haven't spoken to Miranda at all. Wait, that's not entirely true. There was one school reunion for middle school, where her and I were both there, but so were all of our other classmates, and there was so much happening that day that we didn't even really get to talk.
Well then, just why is she coming out of nowhere to bother me? I don't like it. It doesn't feel right.
I agree. It sounds like she's up to something, and I don't like it. I think you and I'll have to just be a little more careful for the time being.
Hello there, Emily. It's been a while since we've last talked, right? How are you? It's me, by the way. Brian's ex, Miranda.
Hello, Miranda. Yes, it's been a while since you and I last spoke, hasn't it? May I ask why you're messaging me today?
Well, I actually have a really big announcement I just have to tell you. I feel so sorry for you, but I'm overjoyed because Brian and I have gotten back together. And that means that he doesn't need you anymore, so you can just get lost.
Excuse me? What are you talking about this time?
I mean that I want you to divorce Brian from me right now. After that, him and I can go out and get married. So I'll give you until the end of the day to get all the paperwork done.
Are you kidding me right now? Did you really just message me to tell me to leave my husband? And do you really think I buy that you two have gone back together? Can you just leave me alone? I don't have time for this nonsense.
Nonsense? And just what makes you think that any of this is nonsense? I know that it's tough to accept, but it's the truth, and you need to face it. Because I am telling you the truth. Brian and I have really gotten back together. Although I always knew that he always still had feelings for me, so I'm not surprised at all. But it was him who came to me asking if we could get back together.
Are you serious? You're telling me Brian searched you to be out with you?
Well, I'm sure you noticed that this is the first time we talked in a while, right? The reason for that is because after we talked the last time, Brian reached out to me and asked if I liked to meet up with him. So we went out to a bar, just the two of us, had some drinks, and Brian used the liquid courage to confess his feelings for me. But again, I always knew that he'd never given up on me, so I knew it was a matter of time before this happened.
I seriously doubt that Brian would ever go and do something like that. And I have no idea when he would have the time to sneak off to a bar to talk to you.
Well, of course you wouldn't know about any of this, would you? I mean, do you really think that a husband would just tell his wife that he's going to go out and grab drinks with an ex?
So then you're telling me that Brian kept all of that a secret from me and did actually go out to meet you? Not only that, but even though he has a wife, he still confessed having feelings for you.
Yes, I'm afraid that you've described it exactly well. I tried to turn him down at first, but I didn't want to be a homewrecker or anything like that. I told him that he had to let go of a beautiful girl like me and just focus on his wife instead. But then he told me that he didn't care what happened to you. So when I realized that he wasn't going to be changing his mind, I had no choice but to get back together with him.
Oh please, don't try to make it sound like you were forced into doing this. And know that I have no intention of hanging Brian over to you and all.
Well, you say that, but Brian has already made the decision for himself. So I'm so sorry to ruin your marriage, but it's what Brian wants, and I don't think you have the right to deny him that.
I seriously can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
Well, it doesn't matter whether or not you do, because it's the truth and we're back together now. You're just in the way, so just get lost already.
I just want you to know that Brian is here and is cracking up at all you're saying.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that Brian is laughing about you claiming that you and him got back together. His face is literally turning blue, he's laughing so much.
Laughing at what? What are you even talking about? Brian is here with me right now. How can he be next to you?
I'm sorry, but Brian is here with me, his wife. And we're actually on our honeymoon right now in Tahiti.
What do you mean? I don't understand what's going on.
It means that no matter how many times you tell me to leave Brian, it isn't going to happen. Anyways, we're going to be out of the country for a couple of weeks, so...
So you two are really on your honeymoon right now?
That's right, and Brian still hasn't stopped laughing at this business you just tried pulling. He remembered you well, but only as an old friend. Certainly not any kind of girlfriend. And the reason I knew you were lying about him meeting in a bar because he's sick after just getting a couple of drinks. Sure, we've had a few drinks here and there on vacation, but he would never drink to the point that he's saying things like what you said he did.
Now, hold on just a second. This doesn't make any sense. How are you two going on your honeymoon when Brian has already taken me back? He's mine. He shouldn't be going on a honeymoon with you at all.
For the last time, Miranda, I'm not yours and we did not get back together. I don't know what fantasy world you've been living in, but you really need to wake up. But did you really think that I would ever want to get with a fussy woman like you? Man, some of the stuff you were saying was making me crack up so much that my stomach hurt. I mean, there was no way that you were being serious about that stuff, right?
How can you say something like that? I know that you're with your wife, so you have to be careful with what you say. But you confessed to me. You told me that you wanted to get together with me, and that's a fact.
Wait a second. What I told you was that I would always want to be your friend. You were the one who misconstrued that to mean that I wanted to date you.
You mean you just want to stay as friends?
But I don't get why you had to lie about you and I going out to get a drink. And yeah, I did reach out and invite you to a bar, but you left out the part where the rest of our middle school class was there. I invited everyone out to see if they'd want to catch up, but again, you totally warped what actually was happening.
No, this can't be happening.
And yeah, I had some drinks, but not many because I'm so weak. And because of that, I remember everything that happened that night. Though I will say that it was fun getting to hang out with everyone, and I was thinking about doing it more regularly. And yeah, we sat next to each other and talked, but I wasn't confessing my love to you.
But I could see the passion in your eyes. I could see all the memories we had come flooding back. That's when you knew that I was always the right girl for you. That's when you realized you were still madly in love with me.
No, not at all. How did you even get any of that out of what I was saying to you? I mean, we couldn't even get back together if I wanted to, because We were never even dating in the first place. I don't have any lingering feelings for you because they were never there in the first place. We never, ever had any sort of romantic connection. So I got no idea what you've been talking about.
No, that can't be true. You're lying because you're with your wife.
I'm not at all. Even at the get-together, you were trying to tell me what to do, how to eat, sit up straight. You were just acting like you used to, and all it did was get on my nerves.
But I was only doing all of that because we were dating, right? I mean, everyone in school said that we were like husband and a wife, remember?
That was just what dumb little kids say. I was never once under the impression that we were dating. I don't think I ever could date someone like you, to be honest.
But why not? I'm beautiful and loyal, and I'm always taking care of you.
That's just it. You think you're all those things, but I never saw what you were doing as helpful. I always thought that you were just being way too fussy. And I was prepared to maintain a friendship with you, but now I know that's going to be impossible. Now, as my wife explained to you, we're on our honeymoon and don't want any unnecessary distractions.
Don't think that you've beaten me yet, you ugly sow. I haven't even shown you what I can really do. I will make Brian mine, do you hear me? I know him better than anyone, and I will make him fall in love with me.
What are you even talking about this time, Miranda?
I mean that Brian said he was going to try and hang out with our old classmates. Well, I am going to be at every single one of those meetups, and I will steal your husband from you.
Well, yes, he did say that he was going to try and make everyone hang out more often, but those plans have fallen, though. I'm afraid that you won't have any more chances to go after Brian anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, the plans fell through because Brian knocked me up while on our honeymoon. I decided to stop drinking when I started feeling weird while we were there. And I took a test when we got back home and it was positive.
So you're pregnant with Brian's baby?
That's right, and we're both overjoyed. But Brian reached out to his classmate and told them that he wouldn't be going out drinking while I'm pregnant. But all of his friends were very, very understanding and said that they can't wait till they can all hang out together another time.
But this isn't fair. Why do you get to start a family with Brian while I'm just here, single?
I don't know. That's probably something you should look inside yourself to find the answer to. Either do that or go talk to a therapist.
I hate you. I never want to hear from you again. And I certainly never want to see you as long as I live.
Deal. That actually sounds great to me, actually. Anyways, on that note, have a nice life. After that, I never ever heard from Miranda again. Brian, on the other hand, would still get messages from her asking if he wanted to go out and grab drinks with her. But he always told her that he wanted to be by my side in case I needed anything and avoided it that way. Brian even told me that Miranda started reaching to the other classmates, asking if they wanted to go out for a drink together. I hear she's basically blacklisted from any get-togethers now. Brian insists that she's a good person deep down, but just has a lot of issue. Frankly, I'm surprised that his heart is big enough to keep defending her. Either way, I just hope that one day Miranda wakes up and realizes the error of her ways. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Sarah, have you returned home?
Oh, I just got off work. What's up?
I am not eating dinner today.
Don't tell me. Is it another drinking session?
No, I'm doing overtime today. I'll get something at the convenience store, so don't worry.
Alright, I got it. It looks like you have been taking a lot of overtime recently.
Well, it's reaching the year's end, after all. It's currently the most busy time of the year.
Is that so? It didn't feel like this last year, though.
Well, the amount of work that I received has increased over the year. which is the reason why my salary has increased. But this just means that I'm getting older. The number of colleagues that came after me has increased after all.
Oh, I see. Oh, that makes sense. But next month is our anniversary. Were you able to take that day off? We had plans to spend the night at a spa hotel for our anniversary. I hope you haven't forgotten about that. I already booked the entire trip, too.
Everything's going to be fine. I've already taken time off work for those days.
All right. I'm glad you were able to work that out. I went a little overboard this time and booked us a hotel that's very nice. We only get to celebrate our anniversary once a year after all.
Wasn't that the exact same excuse you used to buy yourself a present this year?
Hey, don't call me out like that. Right, other than that, can we talk about your credit card bills that just came in? It seems like you spent quite a bit last month. I was a little shocked when I saw the bill.
What? Did you see my bank statement?
Yeah, I thought it was mine at first and accidentally opened yours.
I see. The reason why it seems so high is because I fronted the money for some client dinners.
Is that so? So it will be reimbursed to you again then?
Yeah. But anyways, don't be looking at my letters without my permission. Make sure you check who the letter's for before you open them from now on.
What's the big deal? We're a married couple. Are you buying things that you don't want me to know about?
It's nothing like that. But if someone opens up a letter addressed to you, wouldn't you feel uncomfortable about it?
Not really. I'd have no problems if you read through any of my letters.
Well, I do, all right? You know those people who look through other people's phones without their permissions. Personally, I have a problem with that kind of behavior.
Well, phones are different. Those have personal conversations with friends and things like that. So I don't agree with snooping around in other people's phones either.
Right. Men will be men, and we check out naughty websites now and then, you know?
Whoa, that's way too much information.
See? It's best for us both if we don't know, right?
So does that mean you look at those sites too?
Well, I am a man at the end of the day. I will admit that I take a peek at those sites now and then.
Even when you have me?
True, but that's that, and this is this. I don't expect you to get it though.
Well, I guess I do occasionally visit strange websites as well, so I can kind of understand what you mean.
What do you mean by strange websites?
Don't ask me that.
Well, now you have even me more curious. Are you maybe browsing dating websites?
No way! Why would you even ask me that? I'm a happily married woman. I have absolutely no business being on sites like that.
I mean, I was wondering what kind of websites you mean when you say strange websites.
It's nothing much, really. Sometimes I just browse around, looking up random things. And I thought that it would be pretty embarrassing if you knew what I was looking up. Oh, by the way, what do you want to do for the holiday seasons this year? Should we visit your parents?
Did you just change the subject?
Oh, just let it go already. So, what are our plans? Did your mom say anything regarding this?
No, she hasn't said anything to me. But honestly, we don't have to go back every year, right? We went back for Thanksgiving after all.
Well, I would like to take the time to relax at home without having to travel here and there. But you should at least contact your mom about it. Make sure to ask whether it's fine if we don't visit for the holidays this year.
I got it. I'll ask about it later.
Yep. Please take care of it. All right then. Good luck with your overtime. Dinner will be ready for you when you get home. And be careful on your way back.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
What? What's wrong? Didn't you just text me you will be late today?
It's not that. I understand this week is our anniversary celebration, but could we cancel it?
What? Why?
Mother fell over in the kitchen.
Mother did what? Is she okay?
It seems like she overdid herself, but she will be fine after a few days of rest.
So that's what happened. Make sure to bring her to the hospital for a checkup, okay?
I will. Well, it seems like she wasn't sick or anything. It's more her accumulating a lot of fatigue. But I'm kind of worried, so I'll be at my parents' for a few days.
I see. If that's the case, then everything is fine.
I am so sorry, dear. You were looking forward to this spa trip and had really booked everything in advance. I feel so bad about it.
Never mind that. Just be beside your mother and make sure she is okay. We can always celebrate our anniversary next year. By the way, isn't it better if I were to be there for her too?
No, it's okay. You should rest well at home. You already took time off of work, didn't you?
I still have paid vacation left over. If I want to rest, I can just take them.
After all this effort, I think it would be best for you to just stay home and rest. Even if you come here, you have to rush here and there since your paid vacation only lasts for a few days. So don't worry, as everything at my parents' will be fine as long as I am here.
Would everything really be okay? Doesn't your dad need someone to cook for him? And Mom would also need someone to help her take care of things around the house.
Everything will be fine. That's why I returned home after all. Oh, but Mom will be untactable for a few days as she won't be able to reply for a while. Please contact me if you need anything.
I understand. Then please help me tell your mom to take care and not to push herself too hard. And if she has any requests, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, I will let her know. I'll take a break starting tomorrow anyways. So, I got to quickly take care of my work before returning home.
Should I prepare your luggage for the overnight stay? If you are staying over at your parents' house for a few days, you need a change of clothes, right?
No, I will do it myself, so it's okay. Just setting out the suitcases will do.
Okay. I will call to cancel the trip, so don't you worry about that.
Sorry. You were really looking forward to having this trip.
Don't worry about it. I will be fine. Now good luck with the rest of your work. Hey, Eric. Answer the phone this instant.
I'll call back later.
Why not? You are at your parents' house right now, aren't you? Why can't you pick up the phone? It's urgent, so please pick up the phone right now.
I'm busy taking care of my mother, so I can't call right now.
Taking care of your mother? What's the situation now?
Her health is deteriorating, and I'm having a hard time taking care of her. Anyways, I'll contact you when everything settles down. Please be considerate while I'm at my parents' house.
Deteriorating? Isn't your mother cooking right now? What in the world should I be considerate about?
Huh? What do you mean by cooking?
What I meant was your mother is currently at our house.
What are you talking about? That is impossible.
If you don't believe me, why don't we make a video call right now?
Why would my mom, who isn't feeling well, go to our house?
It seems like she got into a fight with your father. They came here to play while sightseeing.
Is that true?
You are the one to know best if it's a truth or a lie, don't you? So, what's going on? Your mother looks so energetic and healthy, and she says her health hasn't deteriorated not even once this year.
That? No, it's a misunderstanding. My father is the one who wasn't feeling well.
Oh? Your mother fought with your father in the morning, though. Not only that, your father also even contacted your mother to ask for her forgiveness.
No. What I meant was, how should I put it?
Stop with the stupid lies! So what is going on here? What in the world are you doing right now, and where are you?
I will come home immediately.
Are you deaf? Where are you is what I'm asking about.
That, after coming home, we will talk about it.
I will talk to your mother about everything that has happened.
Yes,
I can already predict what is currently happening. If you destroy the evidence, I will never let you off. I won't listen to any excuses. Anyway, you better spit out everything that has happened.
Sarah, are you awake?
I am awake. So have you signed the divorce papers? I want to send it out quickly.
About that, can we talk about this one more time? I am really regretting what I did.
What are you still going on about? The divorce has already been decided upon. We have already finished talking about the splitting of property.
But I really didn't expect things to end up this way. You are precious to me, Sarah. I never meant to hurt you this way, I swear.
What are you even saying? You fell in love with a girl at a bar and have been spending money on her these past few months, haven't you? What's more, you did not only use your own money, but you used our shared savings. You even canceled our anniversary trip and instead went on a trip with that girl. Isn't that right? Honestly, how can you say that you do not deserve this divorce?
Like I said, I was not serious about that girl. It's just me playing around, that's all. I didn't really think anything is going to start with that person.
You would spend $50,000 on someone you were playing around with. Wow, that is amazing. Did you even spend that much money on me before?
I might not have spent that much.
It's not might have, but it is not have. Is that not it? And saying you were not serious about it. Didn't you go on a trip with her? Is a married man going on a trip with a woman alone normal?
They wouldn't normally go.
You might not be thinking about getting married with her, but you still have to do the right thing while in a relationship. Otherwise, you wouldn't even go on a trip together, right?
No, but I haven't done anything wrong. I did not even touch her.
How could I possibly trust you now?
Well, I was a late bloomer in terms of relationships. So I am not the type to hit on girls.
A married man who went on a trip with another woman has zero credibility.
Sarah, please trust me. I didn't want to end this relationship with you, and I never even thought of it. It's like I was being possessed, and I couldn't think straight. You got to believe in me.
You being possessed or not, what doesn't have anything to do with what is going on. I was worried when you might be falling sick when you were working overtime. You were actually going to the bar and having a great time, weren't you?
I wouldn't say it was fun. Rather, I was taking a break.
Canceling your once-in-a-year wedding anniversary trip and going off to play with your girlfriend. Not even that, using the savings money meant for our future home wasn't bad enough. This much was excessive enough for me. It is impossible for me to live with such a partner.
I will return the money I have used. I will plan our anniversary trip and do everything from the planning to the reservations.
What? Did you think I would want to go on a trip with you after all that?
Then how can I make you forgive me? I have reflected on it so much.
It's not even a matter of you returning the money or celebrating our anniversary. Not long ago, didn't you send a message online to a girl who was barely 20 saying, "I love you"? Using thousands of dollars and lying to his wife about his parents being sick so he could go on a trip with his girlfriend. It is so disgusting. I do not think I can live with such a person. I really regret and even feel bad for myself for marrying you.
Please don't say that. There was no emotions in that relationship. It was really just a little game. The only one I truly love is you.
Stop right there! It will only piss me off when you tell me you love me. What do you mean it's a game, even to the point of betraying your wife?
I am in the wrong.
I am very well aware that you are in the wrong. I really can't take this anymore. I can't deal with you, Eric.
Please consider one more time. I know you really don't feel like hearing me out. I really want to be with you for the rest of my life, Sarah.
Remember what I said earlier about me looking at strange websites?
Huh? It's the one you didn't tell me about.
From that time, I was already suspecting you of being unfaithful in our relationship. You were giving off a different vibe than usual and acting very strange. When you kept coming home late, it got me thinking. It resorted to me using various websites to check if my husband is having an affair. I was originally looking at websites that helped me make sure I wasn't boring enough for you. But when I saw you and that girl's exchange online, the many lies you spoke made me give up on you.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
That's how my feelings for you died. That is why I do not want to have anything to do with you anymore, Eric. I can't trust anything you say. I lost both love and the care I had for you.
I am sorry. I am really sorry. I admit my mistakes. I will never let you get hurt again, so please. From now on, I will always put you first, I promise.
I can no longer believe in what you say. That is why I am leaving you. From the start, I truly believed that we were good for each other. But all that trust was destroyed by you. Using your parents as an excuse, canceling our anniversary trip to play with another girl. Everything was done by you, wasn't it? From now on, you can do whatever you like. I won't blame you. Because to you, your game was more important than your family, wasn't it? Even after that, my husband still refused to sign the divorce papers because he did not want to go through with it. Therefore, with the help of my in-laws, I managed to get a divorce the other day. Also, the amount of money he spent from our savings and on the girl was paid back along with the alimony. However, it seems like the money I had since I was single was put into the savings, so my in-laws paid me back that money as well. I heard that Eric has to repay his debt to his in-laws every month. Naturally, this means that Eric, who is almost penniless, is no longer able to visit bars and now only commutes between work and home. It seems like he thinks that if he lives an honest life, he will be forgiven someday. But in all honesty, I never want to see his face ever again. Whatever the case, I have no intention of remarrying him. He seems to be delusional that he can go ahead and waste his own time. I think he should just continue repaying the debt that my in-laws have taken over for me. After the divorce, I changed jobs and moved to another state. I am still getting used to life in a new environment, but thanks to the business of it all, I am able to live my life without worrying about the small things. I do not regret divorcing Eric and have no feelings for him left. But I still carry a piece of me that still hurts whenever I think of him. The wound that he left on my heart has not healed, and I think it will take time. However, I will try my best to do what I can now. And I anticipate a new, fun, and fulfilling life as I look forward and move on to the next chapter of my life.